Network, Trap Top 18, and Trap News Network, back in the same, like, cook, crack in the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. More of this good content we got going on here at TNN, Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's college, though, big dog. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Hit that button. I'm gonna bring you something. You feel me? You feel me? Hit that notification bell. Hit all, stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. You feel me? We finna slide over here to my man Young and Hefe, man at the Garden Freestyle. Please don't touch my. I got a body on the fairy tales. Won't forget all that's out now. Good music out now, and I need y'all to get into richtraphouse.com. That's a merch store. Young and Hefe got something going on, man. One of his homies is calling in from the federal penitentiary excuse me, to give us an exact 1-2 step like Sierra of what happened with Lil Durk and Luce Cannon. So I'm not even going to talk too much over this one. I'm going to see what Young and Hefe don't care about number with the checks they got to say. Let's get into it. Let's go. And if you ain't did so, make sure you show some love to Young and Hefe. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the subscribe for that.
Good old people, man. It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young and Hefe. And I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. So, the recipient of Hot Topics is going to be NBA 3 from 8 Trey Gangsters, Luce Cannon, and Lil Durk. You know what I'm saying? And WACK 100. You know what I'm saying? No matter what sequence you place it in, these are the recipients. So, y'all see this back and forth, you know what I'm saying? I'll drop some content on it. A few other content creators that drop content on the back and forth between WACK 100 and Luce Cannon. Now, in this back and forth, you know what I'm saying? You know they say, war's raw, raw's war. So, Luce Cannon is going for the gusto. He gonna say any and everything, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's the lie or the truth, you know what I'm saying? He really don't care, you know what I'm saying? When there's war, it's raw. So, amongst this phone conversation that Luce Cannon placed out there, it was a lot of stuff said, you know what I'm saying? I covered some of it earlier, you know what I'm saying, about WACK being CS, you know what I'm saying, back to, y'all already know, a lot of people trying to come for me, doing that whole CS back thing.
Ant, you know you my dude. You know I got nothing but love for you. But that nigga CS2 back.
So, Luce had been cool with WACK, off of WACK, cool with WACK, off of WACK. So, it just don't even make no sense for him to either, you know what I'm saying, throw out there the CS back narrative that everybody else is running with, but, like, you know, he gonna run and gun with it. However, this is about the phone call. So, in that phone call, you know what I'm saying, it seemed like Durk was surprised. Durk did not know what was going on. And, you know, we've been hearing, you know what I'm saying, that Durk, you know what I'm saying, was to a degree was tricked in or set up. He didn't know that he was being interviewed, you know what I'm saying. Luce Cannon, you know what I'm saying, went to him as if, you know what I'm saying, Ack was his boy, you know what I'm saying, he talking to Ack. You know what I'm saying? Durk, from when you hear Durk talk, Durk don't know what's going on as far as what's going on in hip-hop from what he say in the out world, you know what I'm saying? So he's not really paying attention to the tabloids. He's not paying attention to the outside world, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much really not watching TV like that, you know what I'm saying? Probably watching little movies on his tablet and stuff like that. And it's looking like he studying Arabic, that he got some of them good Arabic brothers.
Arabic is the words you're looking for. Don't worry about it. Words are hard.
Teaching Arabic to him, you know what I'm saying? So Arabic. That's some of the perks, you know what I'm saying, about the feds. You can run into dudes from 50 states, you know what I'm saying? You can get some good old game that you don't know for the free, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it go. And you can be all that you can be in the feds. So, however, as y'all know, y'all can pull up interviews with Academic and Durk. They been had a relationship. It wasn't no need for no Luce Cannon to merge the relationship. But being that Luce Cannon landed on that floor after the situation with him and Brick Baby, he got up there with Durk. The wheels got to spinning in his head, and he tricked Durk. Although, you know what I'm saying, it don't seem like Durk is taking any... I'm pretty sure he's taking slight, but, you know what I'm saying, he's probably being more humble on the trickle down of it being disrespect, you know what I'm saying, because he's trying to stay in a positive mind frame. But this just lets you know the type of dude that you playing with. Like, why is you playing with solid people? Why is you tricking people to get on the phone, making it seem like you making interviews happen? You know what I'm saying? Durk did it for you because he knows you and stuff like that. And WACK 100 was mad that he didn't get the interview, and Durk don't mess with WACK 100 and stuff like that. So what we about to do, we about to get into this phone call.
So this is crazy. Luce Cannon is literally like the most narcissistic person ever in our YouTube. This nigga, you feel me?
Get into this phone call. We gonna get into these lies, I'm saying, and debunking, you know what I'm saying, these fake and false truths that Luce is placing out here.
How the fam been?
The family?
Yeah.
My family good. You know, I talk to them. It's the only people I talk to is just the family and my lawyer, for real. Just keep my spirits up, keep my energy pure.
How's your relationship with your family now that you're in there? Is it closer?
Huh?
And that's when he was confused. Like, who is this girl? Why is she talking? Like, what? The confusion ran deep. The confusion ran extra deep, big dog. Who is this girl? Why is she talking to me?
What you mean?
Like, are you closer with your family as far as your relationship? You know, being up in there, talking to them every day?
I don't get what you're saying. You saying like I'm close to my family?
Yeah, like now with all that's going on, has it brought you guys closer?
I always been close to my family. I'm a family man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yes, Smurf. I've been, man. I know y'all was just wondering about your mental, man. I just saw you on this journey.
Okay, so we can get through this, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna play the whole phone call, you know. It was I think about like 10 minutes long, or
He sounds incredibly confused.
even longer, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all went and heard the phone call when the phone call first dropped. However, Act talking to Durk, you know what I'm saying? Sharice Mills comes in one time talking about some audio and certain stuff like that. Durk don't say nothing because he probably don't know. Well, I'm sure he don't know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, and I know that Luce Cannon went to him on some, hey, you know, man, look, I'm in touch with Act. You know, Act want to holler at you. You know, he been asking about you. Durk, like, for sure. Whole time, he's not knowing he's being recorded and about to be placed on some audio out for the world to hear him. You know what I'm saying? Unless Academic is going to be the one doing it. But I guarantee you, he did not know that Sharice Mills was a part of the situation. He didn't know that. And so, you see when Act is talking, she jumps in. You feel me? Being that, you know, she got him online and make it seem like that, you know, they got the interview with.
She got to do her part to make it seem like Luce Cannon's a joint like that.
Durk, you know, Act gonna let her do her thing. So, you know, she comes in asking Durk, you know what I'm saying, are you closer to your family? So Durk kind of like, like what? Like, you know what I'm saying, you can hear it like irritable in his voice, like, what do you mean, am I close to my family? Like, what you talking about? Are you close to your family? I mean that you're locked up now. Are you closer with your family? Do you and your family have a closer bond? Durk, like, you know what I'm saying, me and my family been had a close bond. You know, I'm a family man. And as you seen when Durk was out here, you always seen Durk taking care of his kids, taking care, you know what I'm saying, his brother, sister kids, you know what I'm saying. He definitely was a family man. You know, Pops came home from the feds, you know, Pops, you know, joined the entourage, you know.
Yeah, Lil Durk was very adamant about making sure his family was taken care of, for sure. So Sharice was just loud and dumb.
Pops was a voice of reason in his ear, you know, giving him that good old game. So it just kind of like sidebarred him right there. You know what I'm saying? She threw a sidebar. Like, first is like, damn, who is this? You know what I'm saying? And then the second, like, what do you mean am I a family man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, jail supposed to make me get closer and bond with my family, although some people do. You know what I'm saying? She might have experienced it dealing with somebody. People be out here, man, acting like the devil, bro, and go to jail and quote, hallelujah, God, all type of stuff, man. It'd be crazy, the trickery, you know what I'm saying, that people transform and go through once they meet that
Niggas be on the streets acting like loose cannons. Bathroom,
you know what I'm saying, with them bunk beds in there in that jail cell. So we about to get back into the rest of this phone call, and y'all already know it's the Hef way and the Hef effect. We gonna commentate.
Anything you want to say? You have a lot of young fans that look up to you. Is there something you want to tell them?
He's so confused.
Me?
Yeah.
I said, Allah Akbar.
Yo, Smirk. Yo, listen, we love you, brother. You just stay strong. We rooting for you. We hoping you get through this, man. And we can't wait till I can't wait till you get out. We gonna lock back in. You feel me?
Yeah, you know that. I got you, buddy.
Always.
As y'all see right there again, she chimes in. It throws Durk off that time, you know what I'm saying? So she asks, do you got anything positive to say for the kids? So Durk, right there, you can hear the confusion, like, what? Like, are you talking to me? Like, who is this person that keep hopping out here other than act? Like, is this, you know what I'm saying, is this like is this one of act, you know what I'm saying, people, like, you know what I'm saying, a receptionist, you know what I'm saying, is this somebody, you know what I'm saying, a paralegal, somebody that helping act out what's going on, you know what I'm saying, but, you know, he really didn't have too much to say, you know what I'm saying, he was just like, you know, basically Hamdu Allah, you know, Allah Akbar, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, let them know that, you feel me, you know what I'm saying, and I know once Durk got off that phone, he probably was like, what the hell was going on? Because that situation right there can only make you feel set up. I know I feel set up. You know, I'm talking to act or in or like get back and act like, you know, who was that? But I know it's probably kind of going over in his mind like, what the hell? Who was this other broad, you know, asking me questions that I don't even know? Ain't even introduced herself. She just hopping online, shooting questions out there. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm pretty sure later on down the line, you know, Durk found out, you know what I'm saying, by way of whoever or how he found out, you know what I'm saying. Luce doing a lot of popping it on that phone in that day room. I'm pretty sure somebody in that day room, probably a phone next to him, you know what I'm saying, just people in the day room, you know what I'm saying, because the day room in MDC, it's like a square box. You got the TVs this way, you got the phones right there under the TVs, you got the benches. So everybody's can see you talking on the phone, people right there by the TV, people by the computer, people is all up in your business. And I'm pretty sure when Durk probably found out about the situation, I'm pretty sure he was pissed off like, damn, why wouldn't you ask? Because he knew if he asked Durk, you know what I'm saying, for an interview or told Durk that he was going to be interviewed, that Durk probably would have been like, no, man, I'm not doing no interview. You feel me? Like, I ain't talked to nobody since I've been in here, since I've been down, I ain't talked to nobody. And dude just keep on playing games in there. All this shit is a game until somebody put that blade on him. Because, like, for real, if Durk want to press play, you know what I'm saying, and really trip and politic behind the situation, the Crips will have to move and get on Luce Cannon. Because it's like, what are you doing, bro? You didn't tell me that I was getting on the phone, your wife was going to be on the phone, and I was being recorded. You hooked the phone call up saying that Act wanted to holler.
Hey, that's real. And that's kind of what I'm waiting on. Like, when are the politics going to start politicking on this guy? Like, when do the politics start? Because this nigga right here think that this shit is a game. And I'm wondering, like, I mean, based off his stupidity, I can understand why he thinks it's a game because nothing's actually really happened to this guy. Like, nothing at all has really happened to make him feel like he needs to take any of these situations serious at all with any type of urgency. So, I mean, like, I ain't wishing nothing on nobody, but shit, like, I mean, like, when is somebody gonna push play? Because this nigga Turtle is out here acting a menace. He's Teenage Mutant Ninja.
At me. Now you coming behind that, throwing other lies out there. You know what I'm saying? Durk and WACK 100, you know what I'm saying, from my understanding, don't even have no smoke. He don't have no smoke with that dude, but because he's beefing with WACK 100, this dude got on here and threw Durk under the bus, come out, oh yeah, he mad. You know what I'm saying? Durk don't mess with him. Durk told me he don't mess with him. Durk wouldn't want to interview with him. Like, WACK probably hadn't even tried to even got an interview with Durk. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody probably even try to get an interview with Durk. You know what I'm saying? And if they have, you know what I'm saying, we haven't heard of it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a continuous lies in the web that this dude continues to spin while he in jail, like he can't get touched or something won't happen to him. And him playing these type of games, a cake will get baked on him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to be slick and trying to be greedy and thinking about money and just thinking about content. Y'all hear how he get on these phones? Hey, baby, let's do some content. Oh, I already got it recording. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, man. You can't be playing these games with solid individuals, man. This man is solid fighting his case, you know what I'm saying? This man is on his ding, you know what I'm saying? This man's trying to be positive. This man's trying to come home.
Now, that's real because you better believe in the federal system, the Muslims got their own situation. And they hold it down how they got to hold it down. They take care of what they got to take care of. They do what they got to do. If you think that they over there just pushing you know what I'm saying, whatever, blah, 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 on some square corny-ish, you got another thing coming. Them brothers are dangerous. Extremely dangerous. And it's not a situation you really want to get yourself caught up in, especially if you're not ready to get yourself caught up in that type of situation. So, especially with Lil Durk taking that situation a lot more serious to the point where he's learning Arabic and X, Y, and Z, so forth and so on, Luce is going to put himself in a situation where the Crips are going to have to slide on Luce Cannon to prevent any type of situation of, backlash between the Muslims. It's not an alright situation that Luce Cannon is putting everybody in, and it's an unnecessary wreck for so many reasons. And all it takes is for one OG to be in there and to see Luce Cannon as a hazard to the entirety of the blacks or entirety of the Crips or whatever, and they gonna get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? To use young and Hefe, don't care about nothing with the check states phrase. Bake a cake on them. No Betty Crocker. You know what I'm saying? No easy bake.
Oh, you placing this man on the social media, you know what I'm saying, on some circus-like clown behavior, all for some views and likes, and to make it seem like you this big guy who just got it like that in jail. This dude's in jail faking like he Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like he got it like that. And that's just crazy to me. Now, further on, what I've come to find out, so the other day, I have been knowing that NBA 3 was down there in MDC. You know what I'm saying? He been down for like a few years. He had a case, right? So he's one of the first guys that I seen go down and go fed behind stolen alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So allegedly, you know what I'm saying, he got caught up in an alcohol ring of people, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how people be doing, you know what I'm saying? You got them boosters, you know what I'm saying, that go in the stores, get their hustle on, get them clothes. You got them dudes that's going to do the same thing with the bottles. So, however, he got caught up with the bottles, been fighting this case for a long time. There's been a lot of stuff going on that I won't discuss on camera. But, it was a lot of political aspects and a lot of political things, you know what I'm saying, and displeasures that I was hearing. But, as you know, I'm not there, you know what I'm saying? This is just that things that I'm hearing from man that I respect and man that I've done time with and that I expect to hold integrity. So, however, NBA 3, he goes down for this battle thing and try to request bail, try to get out, didn't go his way. So, however, NBA 3 is a big youngster. He's walking around the unit, you know what I'm saying, and this is told to me by a lot of guys in MDC, you know what I'm saying. He's walking around the unit, bullying everybody, coming with these bully tactics. A lot of people don't want to handle the situation and or say nothing to him or do nothing to him. Finally, two guys muster up the courage and press play on him. They jump him. He end up in the hole. He goes to the hole. They put the wrong person in the cell when he in the hole. He go beast mode on this person in the hole. When he go beast mode on him, beast mode turned into some other accusations and other things that wasn't cool. But I've soon found out that all this was just, the blame game and, from all the other stuff he was doing, you know what I'm saying, bullying and stuff he was getting away with. This was the stuff that was coming behind it, the strife and the smut and, yeah, we finally got some on him type situation. So everybody know, I've been explaining to you guys, when you go to Santa Ana in a Fed.
So, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna pick this. This is a great time to mind my own business.
If you catch a case in LA, they send you to Santa Ana when they got MDC LA federal facility to house you, or they got one of them county jails like San Bernardino that they got contracts with. Santa Ana was known for the PCs. So the homie had landed over there. And I guess I've just also found out too through some other inmates, I don't know how true it is, but other inmates in MDC are saying that now Santa Ana has a general population over there that is not rat infested or CIs and, stuff like that, snitches. So, however, them was the only people that used to go over there besides like the Mexican Mafia dudes when they wanted to make they bid and stay uncomfortable. So, however, y'all heard NBA 3 on the phone the other day. If you ain't heard the phone call, y'all can go listen to Luce content and y'all hear NBA 3 get on the phone with Luce Cannon, place all the guys on the phone, you know what I'm saying, to sum up that he's a general population with the gang members. You know what I'm saying? NBA 3 hopped on the phone, NBA 3, Ant Dogs, A-Trade, you know what I'm saying, the whole little fiasco, you know what I'm saying, whatever else he said. So, however, he called in yesterday, and I wasn't going to say too much, but some other information had fell in my lap pertaining to Luce Cannon lies. So I'm telling you guys all this pertaining to the NBA 3 situation to say, long story short, I wasn't talking to NBA 3. You know what I'm saying? And times that, you know, he was calling in, I wouldn't take his phone calls and stuff like that because stuff I was hearing, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I wasn't there, and I'm coming to find out that some of the stuff, it might have been extras put on stuff. So, however, being that he's on that floor, you know I had to be useful, and I had to get some news. But we ain't too all with the, you know what I'm saying, recording phone calls. I know people like recording phone calls sometimes so they can hear what's going on. If a person want to be recorded or, you know what I'm saying, is requested to be recorded, I will press the record button. But me just pressing the record button just to record something to get some content, I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to bring it to y'all, you know what I'm saying, from their mouth, and y'all can take it or not take it. You know what I'm saying? It's my word, you know what I'm saying, by way of them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't hear it from them, but you are hearing it from me. So, however, you know what I'm saying, I get word, you know what I'm saying, the NBA 3.
I can respect that, though, because everything don't need to be recorded, and everything ain't for public consumption on that level, so I could definitely understand that aspect.
You know what I'm saying? He hop on the line, you know. I say, yeah, I see you up there with the boy Luce Cannon, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff, man. You know, the boy out here, you know what I'm saying, making it seem like he's super crip, and, you know, he the king of LA, and he running stuff to NBA 3, like, man, you know, no, that's false. You know, he cool or whatnot. Ain't no king of LA or no running no units. You know, it's people that's been in MDC longer than him, you know what I'm saying, and been here longer than him. It's people who got the pods. I guarantee you any type of money, I didn't even ask who the dorm rep was. He is not the dorm rep. He's not the power rep. He's not the person that you...
Well, of course, we know Luce Cannon is not the dorm rep. We for sure know he ain't nobody's Mac rep. For sure. Like, that's not even a question. That's not a worry. We all know this for a fact.
Go talk to. You know what I'm saying? So it's people who been there. You got Durk, you know what I'm saying? He's been there. You got people who's been there for months, and some people who's been there for years, like NBA 3, fighting their cases. You just don't come in them pods because you on podcasts and thinking you famous and you thinking you about to get a unit. Man, they not about to give you no unit, man. They're not about to give you no unit. You know what I'm saying? You got real Crips in there that's going to test that cripping. You know what I'm saying? Real politicians that's been on these yards politicking and pushing that line that's not going to go for that. So, however, I asked NBA 3, like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Man, I see he put Durk on the phone the other day, man. You know what I'm saying? He got the interview with Durk. I was surprised that Durk did that, and Durk hopped on the phone with that guy. NBA 3, like, no, Durk didn't even know. Durk thought he was talking to Academic, being that Durk got a relationship with Academic, you know what I'm saying? Durk hopped on the phone thinking he about to just chop it up, you know, go down memory lane with Academic. He ain't really been on the phone, you know what I'm saying? But with his family, he definitely ain't been talking to those social media outlets and people like that. So, you know, he just thinking this is about to be a regular phone call. He not even knowing it's the whole setup. People recording, Sharice Mills in it. They blowing it up. You know what I'm saying? They advertising it. Oh, we about to get Durk on the phone. Durk did it for us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just hear the phone calls, man, that this man just speaking blasphemy, talking about he the biggest. You know what I'm saying? Just saying all type of crazy stuff, man. So, yeah, that was just a crazy situation, and I had to ask NBA about that, and NBA said that Durk wasn't with that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know anything about that. He hopped on the phone by way of Academic because he do have a relationship with Academic, but he didn't know that he was going to be recording.
That explains why Durk sounded so confused on the phone. He was like super, like, what the hell? Like, huh? It was real like, huh? Like, huh? What? What are you talking about? I'm confused.
And he didn't know that he was being used for content. And for real, you know, I just left it at that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because sooner or later, y'all gonna see. I know I keep on talking and saying something gonna happen. Y'all gonna see. You know what I'm saying? He's playing a lot of games, and the Feds is a very political place. And it's a lot of cakes that get played, and it's a lot of cakes that get baked. It's a lot of slippery slopes, and there's a lot of things that go on. So pay attention. Keep watching. Y'all gonna see, and we gonna conclude this there. It's your boy, Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like us.
All right, man. We up out here to the next one. Shout out to Young and Hefe. Red dots to the left. You know the rest. And it's free Avenue Angel, so he's free. We got him.